Hop in, boys, hop in.
Okay.
Right. Hello, YouTube. Welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. We're here for the Wholemade Veedverks Bandits Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire. We racing for some laps tonight. Who's gonna get it here in the Overtons 200?
Oh my god.
Alright, here we go. Ready to rock here at New Hampshire. Hello, Facebook Live. Welcome to NASCAR Heat 4. We're here for the Wholemade Veedverks Bandit Series here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The field double wide and ready to go. Dan and Malenko lead us to green. We got a 22 lapper on our hands to kick us off here in stage 1. So Dan, just coming off the very dominating performance in the truck series, now he leads the 23 Malenko. Blew an engine early in the truck race, actually just after stage number 1. Let's see how Malenko does here. How about the 21 of Dakfu trying to roll the top back there. Everybody up front starting to single it up. They're still battling 2 and 3 wide further on back. Malenko under attack from Dakfu now. Malenko slides on corner entry. Here they come off of turn number 4. Dakfu trying to run lower than Mal. How about Spooby? Randall, they're going at it. Randall again was running in third with about 3 laps to go in that truck race. Let's see if he can do better. How about running 5th right now? Trying to get up to Spooby. And then, speaking of Spooby, a nice run for the 74. Let's see if Adam can be able to get up there and compete with the big boys. I didn't stutter. I said the big boys. Miz and Corey are going at it. This for the 6th position. Trying to join the battle for 4th that Smoothie currently has now.
Oh, and 19 gets he's making moves.
Corey able to clear up in front of Randall and Miz. As that is for 5th that Corey just took. Back up front, the top 3 starting to pull away. Dakfu now up to 2nd, but Malenko running right with him. Dakfu now rolling to center a little bit more, trying to close the gap and starting to gap Malenko. Into turn 3, Dakfu closing the gap. Dakfu, Dan, they finished 2nd and 1st in the truck race. Dakfu trying to reverse that top 2. Got Double D rocking for the race lead.
Double D.
Dakota up the track trying to get a diamond going. Dan riding that inside line, the preferred line. They start to gap Malenko. But Malenko kind of in no man's land. Kind of faster than the rest of the guys.
Dakfu is right on the rear.
He has been the past couple laps. Yeah, he's trying to change the outcome from last race. But he keeps trying to, as he should, he's trying to get, he's trying to run a different line to try to get a better run off the corner. But Dan just has this track under him, man. This is a wild run that Dan's putting on tonight.
Oh yeah. He seems to be keeping it pretty even behind him, and he ain't falling off much either.
Dakfu lagging a little bit, but trying to roll that center. Now Dan able to diamond the corner. He's going to see if he can pull away here.
Now, can Dan do... now, what do you think is going through Dan's mind? Is he gonna? Do you think he's going to use the same strategy he did in the trucks, or do you think he's going to change up his strategy?
No, these are different cars and the longer races. It really depends on
how it comes out. Like if there's a caution or not too, when that is, if there is one at the end.
Well, yes, but it also it depends how the tire wear is. The trucks tires wear different than the Bandits tires.
Just like they wear different than the Cup cars.
Right, but it all depends on the driver and how the driver drives the track and the cars and what preset they're using. As we have 11 laps to go here in stage number 1, we might not even get pit stops this stage.
Dang. Ooh! Dakfu almost got underneath him, but not fully.
He's so far back, he has to do something drastic if he is, but he's lagging a little bit.
Yeah. For a second, it looked like...
Oh, and Spooby into the inside wall, battling the 19th of Corey. Wrecking back into traffic. He's flipped upside down on the front straightaway.
Oh my god. This is starting to seem like a wild one so far already.
This is a wild start to this race. How about Randall going at it with the 7 of Freak?
What is your what do you think we plan to see in this race than we did in the truck race? Other than long racing.
Look at Randall trying to get to the inside of the 7 car.
Now I wonder if we can go the magic C word free. None of the magic C word.
It really depends, but we're going to get a wild restart here at the end of stage number 2. Or I'm sorry, at the beginning of stage number 2. That's really going to dictate how the rest of the race goes. Look at the 9 of 2. Grizzly trying to get to the inside of the 08 of Randall. All of this going on, the battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, all queued up. Randall and Miz low on the racetrack. Looks like Randall's coming to pit road. 7 laps to go. Miz clears Grizzly. Back up front, Dan has opened up the gap on Dakfu, but more importantly, Malenko is looking to get up to that 21 car. Malenko running low. Is he coming to pit road this time, or is that the line he's taking? That's the line he's taking. Trying to close the gap. Dakfu ran a little bit higher. He's getting a better run on exit. Malenko trying to find a way around this 21 car. Trying to size him up. the stage coming to a close.
Oh,
Here,
God.
5 laps to go.
Will somebody blow a tire?
It's a possibility, but a lot of these guys are going to try to go to the end. Both Dakfu and Malenko going at it. They're both running the inside. Malenko trying to roll to center better. Anything to try to get that advantage. 4 laps to go. I'm sorry, 3 laps to go. Coming around to 2 laps to go. And the top 3 are under a blanket. Dakfu and Malenko have closed the gap. And we're setting up for a nice one here at the end of stage number 1. Dakfu running very low on that inside lane. Again, the inverse banking on this very flat and wide track. 1 lap to go. Oh, the 23's wrecked it. Malenko spun there and going very slow. Might have blown a tire, actually. But here you go, through turns 3 and 4, no competition. Dan's gonna come home and win stage 1 over Corey. Oh, and wrecking after the line. Free comes home 3rd. Grizzly 4th. And how about Two Words comes home 5th. Dakfu went from 2nd to 6th. He will not get stage points from stage 1 after running 2nd. Oh, the 21 did end up beating the 10 of Two Words. But Dan, Corey, Freak, Grizzly, Dakfu, the top 5. Those 5 will be getting stage points here at the end of stage number 1. Make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. And how about that? Malenko got very lucky right there. He just crossed the line before the 51 car. He will stay on the lead lap. So we take this moment to catch our breath. Make sure we're ready to go here for stage number 2. These guys are going to line them up double wide. We'll try it again. How about this front row? What else is new? Dan and Corey, row 1. Freak, Grizzly, row 2. Controller, Hog, and Two Words, row 3. Green flag, back in here. We're racing for Lobster in Loudon. We got a 19 lapper on our hands. This should be even easier for these guys to make, but hopefully these guys don't overdrive their stuff and wear them out quicker. Dan and Corey side by side down the back. Corey, the first time he's really challenging Dan tonight. How about Grizzly up the inside? They're going to take him 3 wide. Grizzly up the inside. Corey around the outside. Corey clears Dan. Dan back to 2nd.
Wow.
And a top 5 under a blanket. Grizzly trying to fend off Freak and Controller. Oh, sorry, that's Two Words. Grizzly seeing if he can run with the fast guys up here. That's Corey. He's trying to fend off Dan. First time in a while, Corey's had to be on defense. So Corey continues to lead over Dan. Grizzly, the battle for fourth, though. 2 Words and Freak going at it. 2 Words, seeing if he can clear Freak down the backstretch, and Controller Hog's here to play. Two Words is clear of him. Controller Hog into the top 5. As he passes Freak, Freak is falling like a rock down the running order. But the top 6 have all pulled away from the rest of the pack. Pack number 2 led by the 98 of Prattman over Malenko, Miz, Dakfu, Randall, Spoob, Bud. Rounding out back there.
What they're trying to do is they're trying to make 6 feet apart.
Oh
well, that's not really happening. And Grizzly,
I mean, you do have a few feet
51.
between the I mean,
technically,
second. Social distancing.
There is distance between the back bumper and front bumper and stuff when you put them together.
Grizzly, again, really fighting on that 51's back bumper as we continue to talk about the race at hand.
And a mask. Fireproof mask things. Whatever those are called.
Helmets.
Grizzly trying to roll to center. Dan cutting him off, trying to diamond the corner.
Dan's trying to...
Dan trying to fend off the 9 of Grizzly. Now he might have a go at Corey. But Corey's just biding his time, just running the line he needs to take to just stay out in front. Also letting the 9 of Grizzly do most of the work to keep Dan preoccupied. Again, the top 3 under a blanket. Now Dan, the car he has looks more like a long rig. Around the outside he looks, he puts it in the wall. The 9 of Grizzlies loose down there. They're going to be side by side heading into 3. 11 laps to go. This time by. Corey's driving away from Dan after Dan's mistake off of turn 2. Yes, I said Dan and mistake in the same sentence. And Dan drives it in deep into turn 1. Can he stick it? We'll have 10 laps to go this time by. Now Dan really gaining on Corey now. Corey must have a shorter run car. Dan trying to diamond the corner on Corey. Here he comes with a run through the center. We're all over the back bumper of the Menards 19. Here he comes down into 3. Way down low. Side by side once again, Dan. Corey trying to fight off hard on the outside. Again, Corey's the one on defense. Dan drives it in deep into 1, but Corey's going to come back high. This time by will be 8 laps to go. Dan and Corey, the top drivers in this series, going at it for the race lead here in Loudon. Dan rolling right on that yellow line. Corey around the outside. Looks like he'll clear Dan this time with 8 to go. Dan trying not to use the stuff, but trying to find a way around that 19. If he can get and take away that outside lane from Corey, this one might be over. But Corey also just very good at being able to adapt. Here comes Dan to the back bumper. He drives it deep into turn 3, trying to get a slide job under him. Corey still on the outside. Dan just drives it deep on exit. Here comes Corey back around the outside. 7 to go. Grizzlies here to play. What a wild battle for the race lead. Grizzlies here to play. We have a 3-car battle for the race lead. Corey holding off Dan hard. There's a 3-car battle for 9th as well. But Dan to the race lead. Corey trying to get the crossover. What a race between these two. Look at the run Corey got from the inside on that crossover. Into turn 1 we go. Dan up high now. Will he be able to clear Corey around the outside? He's trying to go wide and dime in the corner. Corey trying to stick it there on the inside, and I think that was the key. If Dan could take that outside lane away from Corey, it was over, and that's what he did. We'll have 3 laps to go this time by. Corey gonna try to drive it in deep again. So we're coming around to 4 laps to go. Corey, he has a shot back. How hard does he drive it into turn 3? Dan tried to pin him low. How about Corey? Can he complete the slide job? Dan gets on the throttle quick. He has to back off. Corey's gonna clear from the inside. Dan puts it in the wall. Trying just a little too hard against Corey. The 9-0 Grizzly wants to get to 2nd and try to get a stage win under him. 4 to go in stage 2. Grizzly's got it cleared Dan, but Dan's just driving it deep on that outside lane. 3 laps to go. Dan trying to keep it in the black stuff.
I think if he doesn't make a mistake, he should at least get 2nd if he can keep the momentum flowing on the top.
Well, he doesn't want 2nd though. He's got a long run car compared to the 19 car, so he might have another go.
Yeah.
Oh, he puts it into the wall again. Trying too hard.
He is really pushing this car to its limits.
He is.
It seems like he's driving it. Either I'm gonna get up there, or it's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, 2 laps to go here in stage number 2.
He's seeming to drive it like it's all or nothing, almost to a certain extent.
Yeah, and this might be where he ends up here with some right side damage. Something drastic happens in front of him. Coming around to 1 lap to go here in stage number 2. One lap to go. One last hurrah. Heading to turn number 3. Can Dan maybe dive it in to get Corey? It's nope, not even close. Didn't even try to dive it in.
Beat the wall and bad back there. He lost like 2 spots.
And how about this battle for 2nd? Corey wins the stage over Dan. 2 words barely over Malico.
Dang.
And I think
he blew a tire for sure.
Yeah, the 9 is destroyed on the front stretch. Oh, the 08 runs into him. Oh, the 7 does. And Dakfu able to squeak out a top 5 again in the stage. Corey and Dan over 2 words now. Dakfu, those are your top 5 here in stage number 2. Pretty clean, pretty fun stages thus far. What do we have in store for stage number 3? Before we get there, make sure you go to Veedverks.com and use promo code VCOS for discounts on CBD-based products and needs. We're going to line these guys up double wide and try this again. For the 3rd and final stage of the evening, the 08 of Randall is your race leader. Oh, and he pulls off to the inside. We got a 53 lap on our hands. He did not mean to not pit under the caution. And now Corey has a clear shot into turn 1. He is clear of the field, and he's got to make the most of it early, considering he doesn't have a long run car.
You're becoming soft.
Oh, and Dan puts the 10 up the track. Whoa, Miz just drives it into the side of the 21. Trying to get down there now to clear him for third. Dakfu trying to roll that outside. Dakfu cleared by Miz for third. Can he cross him over? Out to the inside he goes. How about two words? He's here to play. He doesn't take it 3 wide. Thinking big picture here. Dakfu drives it into the side of the 4 car. And how about Malenko trying to get up here? He's up to battling for 5th with Controller Hog. Controller Hog around the outside. Malenko down low. Dakfu looks like he'll file into 4th position here behind Miz. Oh! Freak just put the 98 to the wall. He collects the 13. Caution on the front straightaway. Caution on the speedway.
Well, that throws
the 08 is wrecked back there as well. That is the first caution of this Bandits race. Corey over Dan. Further back, it is Miz 3rd, Dakfu 4th, Malenko 5th over Grizzly now. I'm sorry, no, Controller Hog 5th, Malenko 6th over Grizzly. Corey leads us to the caution flag. The 08 is very slow. Some kind of damage to the 08 car or something. He was still out there. Blue tire trying to make it back to pit road. He got lucky with this caution.
The local red.
All right, and here comes the leaders to pit road.
Emerson, did you see it or what? I think I saw like 10 hats just fly onto the right.
Yeah. All right, so now what I really saw was the 7 put somebody into the outside wall, and they came back down the track and drilled the 13. The 7 put the 98 into the wall and destroyed the 13, so that would be 798. So the field comes off pit road. The 21 is parking on the inside wall. Something I missed there. You're gonna get the 1 to go this time by. The 4 of Miz came out as your race leader. Looks like we got the 7 and the 98 in the back 4. Oh! And the leader's almost getting into it, but under caution. Oh, and the 08 just came out behind the pace car. He'll be given a pass. All right. So here we go. So we're gonna go ahead and go through our restart order. Row 1, we have Miz and Corey. Row 2, Dan and Dakfu. Row 3, Grizzly and Malenko. Row 4, Controller Hog and 2 words. Row 5, Spooby and Bud. Row 6, we have Prattman and Freak, and the 08 of Randall will be coming round hard, quote from the tower. So double wide and ready to go. The 4 of Miz, 19 of Corey, gonna lead us to green. Green flag in the air. Wow, what a weird restart. Everybody fighting for that inside wall. Dan up to 2nd. But Corey's racing him hard. Corey around the outside, clear to 2nd now. Miz slides up. They're going 3 wide for the lead. Corey now up to the inside of Miz for 2 wide. Corey's going to drive it deep into turn 1. He's sliding up in front of the 51. So Corey trying to fend off the 51 of Dan. .44 laps to go. Coming around to 43. Dan gonna try to cross him under off of 4. Can't get down there. How about the battle for third now? Grizzly and Miz. Grizzly clears to third over Miz. Oh, Malenko, big moment off of turn 4. Right now riding 5th. Can he hold on to it? Fights Dakfu. Dan drives it deep to the inside of Corey. Oh, they make contact for the race lead. Corey into the wall. Dan came inside hard of Corey and put him into the outside wall. So Dan clears to the race lead over Corey. Grizzly sat 3rd. Miz riding 4th. Dakfu 5th. The battle for 6 now. 2 words and Malenka going at it. 2 words getting the fender under the 23. There's a race for last place, but who cares? Bud and Spooby are going at it for 12th. I'm sorry, 11th. And now we got 2 wide up and down the top 7. Corey trying to get to the inside of Dan. Now how about the 9 inside of Corey? He makes contact with the 19. And Grizzly cleared to 2nd. And he chased down that 51. Corey drives it into the back of the 9. Up the track goes the 9.
It seems like Corey wants to have his spot back.
Oh, he got his spot back all right.
No, he wants first place back.
Oh, he's going to have to put Dan into the wall.
Yeah. I think we could see some rivalry here soon.
Rivalry?
Yeah, rivalry, yeah.
Now Grizzly fighting hard. Hard on the back bumper that says Menards. He gives him the bump, but not enough. Battle for 2nd rages on. So it's Dan over Corey, Grizzly, Miz. Malenko up to 5th over Dakfu. 2 words now under attack from Corey for 7th. And around, or I'm sorry, Controller Hog. And around goes Controller Hog. Oh, here's the battle you're not missing anything of last place here. Grizzly and Corey are having a good one up here for second. Oh, they never touched right through turn 3 and 4. Corey around the outside, cleared back to second. How can the schedule be tailored to you if it's not Talladega every week? Corey trying to close the gap now on Dan. Maybe Dan just settling in to save some equipment. As Corey also dragging along Grizzly. Could soon make this a 3-car battle for the race lead. Corey driving it in deep, can't hit that back bumper at the 51. Encouraging words as the 19 drives it in deep, looking to get to that quarter panel. Can't get down there. Corey hounding the 51, trying to get on that back bumper. He wants to be all over that back bumper. He's driving it in deep in the 3. Can't get there. Isn't that every week? Here comes Corey. He got to the quarter panel. He made contact. He moved him out the way. Corey clear to the race lead. A little short track racing at a little over a short track. Here comes the 9 of Grizzly to pit road, and the 8 car has blown an engine. And Corey's gapping the 51 car now. 26 laps to go. This should be the one and only pit stop for these boys. Looks like Corey's gonna bring the 19 to pit lane. See if he wants to mow any grass on pit entry. Here he comes to pit road. The tricky thing about it is you don't know where the pit road line is. So these guys are slowing the pit road speed and hoping they don't speed. Here comes Dan. He knows he can't let Corey get an advantage on tires over him for too long. Corey's already out in front of him. A lot of guys coming to pit road now with no tires. The 98 of Pratt Man takes over the race lead. He is slow on the back stretch. And Dan just comes out right behind the 19, but how quickly does he get up to speed? Here we go into turn 3. The 98's on pit road. And Corey takes over the race lead now. Oh, Grizzly. Grizzly hopped Corey. Grizzly might have pitted very early and got a huge undercut, but now can he make it to the end? So Corey now driving it deep to the inside of the 9. Grizzly way up wide. And Corey, they made contact on the corner exit. Corey to the race lead. Now Grizzly kind of in limbo here. In second place, not on the best strategy. Where is Grizzly going to end up? Corey and Dan both have fresher tires than this 9 car. How about the top 4 equidistant from each other? As Corey begins to pull away, Malenko wants a piece of Dan. Malenko gets the better equipment in this series. He drives it in deep, looking for the back bumper of the 51. Now gonna try to cross him over. No, he's just gonna follow him. Try to use that slipstream to his advantage as Corey drives away that yellow speck in front of him. Here comes Malenko, drives it deep into 3, trying to have it stick under Dan. He'll clear Dan on exit. Can he slide up in front of him? He's got the slide job. Malenko to 3rd over Dan.
Sorry, I was watching the back of the pack. What happened to Dan? Sorry, I was watching the back of the pack. I didn't know what I was watching like something going on in the back. I don't know what it was.
Well, great job commentating on it. Malenko passed Dan for the 3rd position.
How did Dan get the 4th? Well, no, I know that, but last time I checked on Dan, he was in 1st. Well, yeah, of course, I know that. Yeah, that's true. Probably took 4 tires. You kidding me?
Yeah, we're in the middle of stage 3. Everybody's gonna take 4 tires. You kidding me? You can barely make it to the end on fuel. Of course you're gonna take 4 tires.
Now, Emerson.
Yes.
Question that would actually help the viewers understand this track more.
I guess I'd be the person to ask. It seems like I'm the only person watching the race.
I am watching the race.
What's your question?
Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? That this
and
track
Grizzly around the outside of Corey to the race lead.
Oh my god. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this track is harder for Xfinity cars than Cup or Trucks.
I couldn't tell you. I can tell these guys just every week.
Malenko in 2nd.
Malenko up to Malenko up to 3rd. Malenko up to 2nd. You're right.
I'll continue. Sorry.
And he's going for the race lead. He's clear of the 9 of Grizzly.
Malenko up to 1st.
We have 12 laps to go. This time by, can Malenko make it on tires?
So what were you saying
Tires
about...
are his Achilles heel at league racing. See if he can overcome that today.
Right. So what were you saying about the things about my question?
So it seems like every week, and this is kind of true. The trucks, the aerodynamics of a truck and the horsepower they have allows these trucks to go full throttle on most 1.5 miles, and they're just easier to drive. The Xfinity cars, almost everywhere we go, they're just a little bit harder to drive. They're less aero sensitive, or they're more aero sensitive. I'm sorry, than the trucks, and it's just harder to wheel these things. You can ask these guys every week. The field gets so much more spread out in the Bandits race than they do in the Gunman Trucks race because the trucks are just easier to drive every week.
Right, and you don't waste as much gas in a truck than you do in an Xfinity.
I mean, give or take, because remember the trucks, because they're slower, they're on the throttle more.
Right.
So
and Corey's getting passed again.
Yeah, it looks like
by Dan.
They may be saving. Here's the 51 of Dan goes by. Corey may be saving. He did pit a lap before Dan. So maybe saving going on. Malenko and Grizzly, they're driving away as if it might be over unless if they can gap the field, because they might not be able to make it to the end. 2 words goes by Corey. That's for 4th.
So you're saying trucks are a lot easier to drive than
the Bandits cars? Yeah, every week it just looks like that. And
right.
I mean, you could probably ask the top 3 in interviews that if they're harder to drive, and the races are longer, they're a little harder to drive, and you can just tell. And here comes the 23 and the 9. They relinquish the lead back to the 51 of Dan. The 10 of 2 words is 2nd. The 19 of Corey is 3rd. The 4 of Miss is 4th. And the 21 of Dakfu is in 5th.
And that rounds out your top 5. Looks like Dan has a good amount of lead over 2 words. 2 words
can
has
they
got
make
a
it to
little
the
bit
end?
of a...
Now, looks like they're on a different
can.
strategy than the other guys, obviously. And this looks like this is going to win out here. But now what's going to happen, we can get a magic C word. These guys can start blowing tires. They can start wasting their stuff as the 23 Malenko goes 1 lap down. The 9 of Grizzly stays on the lead lap. If Malenko can stay up here and he gets a Magic C... Oh! The 10 into the wall! Did he blow a tire? Or did he just put it into the wall in the middle of the backstretch for no reason? That looks like to be the case. Here comes Corey up the inside, looking for second. The 10 backs off very early. Maybe he's saving fuel. Wouldn't give us the reason why he put it into the wall. But, we'll ask that later. We get a Magic C word, which it's going to be very hard to do with 6 laps to go. This time it will be 5 laps to go for the 51. There goes Malenko. I believe we're coming to 5 laps to go, which means no more yellows. Going on to 4 to go. Dan now trying to hold off Corey. 2 words and Miz. They're coming. What a strategic 3rd stage it has become. We thought it was going to be Grizzly and Malenko. Ended up they short pitted. Ended up to bite them. They were hoping for a yellow. Did not come out in their favor with 4 laps to go.
And Dan's in first.
Yes. Corey's chasing him down, though. Did Corey save enough tire?
Did Corey save enough? Well, I mean, they both saved enough gas.
Did Corey save enough tire? Coming to turns 3 and 4. 3 laps to go. Can Dan roll that outside?
I think Dan's got this in the bag.
No,
honestly.
Corey just took the lead, so...
Oh! Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know what race you're watching. The 10 has blown a tire.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he is. Miz up to 3rd, Dakfu to 4th. Now can Dan get him back? Coming around to 2 laps to go this time by. They're driving it very easy, trying to save their tires, both of them. It's hard to go slow but fast because Miz and Dakfu, they're here to play. 2 laps to go. We got a 4-car battle for the lead. How about Dakfu to the inside of Miz?
Oh my god, this is gonna be amazing.
Who's gonna keep all their tires inflated?
Dan on the outside. Here comes Dan on the outside.
No, he got the door shut. Can he go to the inside here into turn 3? No, he stays in line. Coming around to the white flag this time by. Now Dan under attack from Dakfu. Can Dakfu squeak one out here? 1 lap to go here at Loudon.
Oh my god, and we got a 4-car battle.
Dakfu up to 2nd. Corey leading them all. Corey just trying to keep the tires inflated. Into turn 3. Can he get there? He tried. But if Corey can come off of turn 4 without blowing one of them bad boys, he's going to win here at Loudon over Dakfu, Dan, and Miz.
Wow.
Look at the top 4. Look at the top 4. Nose to tail on the cooldown lap. Absolutely wild. How about Spooby coming home 5th, Grizzly 6th, Malenko 7th, Bud 8th, Prattman 9th. All the guys on the lead lap.
Wow. That was quite impressive.
Randall
actually.
came home 10th, 1 lap down. 2 Words, 11th, 1 lap down. Freak, 12th, 2 laps down.
Wow.
Wild, wild race here at New Hampshire tonight. What a wild doubleheader.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, I'm gonna say this. You were not wrong.
I tell you.
It is quite exciting. This race was quite exciting to see these guys go around the track. It was very exciting. I think that is the closest I've ever been to stressful racing in my life. because I would have been stressing the
How
entire
about
time
the
on the
08
track.
of Randall, the fastest lap? Wow. He was fast this week.
He beat Corey.
He did on fastest lap.
Yeah. On fastest
All right,
lap,
so let's see
yeah.
if we can get. That would probably be me. Okay, that's fine then. That's just screen lag. Yep. Let's see if we can get Dan and Dak food. They already did this earlier, so they know what to do. Corey, if we'll see if Corey gets an interview or wants an interview. Sweet deal. Check out. Yep. All right. Dan, Dak, y'all good to go?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good.
All right. We are joined by our third place finisher, driver of the number 21, Dak Fu.
Nope.
No.
He finished second. I
He
finished
did?
third.
Ah, that's my bad. Yep, driver number 51, Dan. Well, it's not a win, but it's podiums on the day. How does that feel you heading into the Outlaws race tomorrow?
I'm happy to finish in the top three. I saved a little too much there at the end. I ended with 12%, and I could have pushed. I just was afraid to.
As I assume many drivers would be at a very tough track on tires like this. Tell us about your car.
The car was good. It started off a little tight, and then came in a late run. My car was really good on a late run.
It did look like that. You against Corey. Could you tell? It looked like you had a longer run car
What's that
compared
yelling
to
at?
Corey.
What's Dad
Yeah.
yelling at?
We both had. His car was really good on a short run. Then it would fade a little bit, and then once I would get back to him, it's like our cars would equal out. And it was hard to pass either one of us.
All right. So how was it racing Corey? A lot of the day, especially stage 2, man. What a wild battle that was in stage 2.
It's always fun battling Corey.
All
Like
right.
we battle pretty much every race. It seems like.
It does seem like that week in, week out. As I feel, becoming one of the premier drivers in the series and playoffs on the horizon. Are you pumped and ready to go?
I still won't say I'm a premier driver. I still got more to catch up to Corey. Corey's the top of the line, and then we're all trying to catch him.
All right, you boys got any questions for him? Strategy or anything? Very strategic third stage.
So, I got one question. And
Shoot.
I think Emerson's already said that one of you drivers would probably be best to answer this. What do you think was harder to drive tonight? Your Xfinity car or your truck car? Or your truck?
My Xfinity car was a lot harder to drive.
So
The
do
trucks are
you
easy.
So do you think if you have to race Xfinity or trucks, which one would you pick?
I'd pick trucks.
Over
I'm a
Xfinity?
big fan of the trucks. Yeah.
Okay.
The Xfinity cars, they have more power, which makes them, or they have more like downforce, which makes them faster down the straightaways, and it makes it harder for them to turn and slow down when you
Exactly.
get down there. So I'm a big fan of the trucks. I'll stick with the trucks. I can win in that one.
Do you see yourself winning in the truck series
The championship?
and
No.
getting
I
the
see,
championship?
I see Corey winning the championship. I'm just going to try to make it as hard as I can on him.
Alright,
goal.
congratulations on your third place finish.
Anything
Thank
you
you.
could have done differently there in that final stage to do, Corey? You said you saved a little too much.
Yeah, I could have pushed a little bit at the end. Instead of letting Dak go, I should have battled and then pushed back because I still had like 13% when he was passing me. I could have challenged it.
All right. Well, congratulations on the third place finish and congratulations on the win earlier tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow night after the race for some post-race interviews.
We'll see.
All right, we're joined by our second place finisher, driver to number 21, Dakfu. Double seconds on the day. You do one better tomorrow?
Hopefully.
It looked like a tough race, and I think Dan answered the question about just of the two races, which one was the harder race, and you said this one. Does it feel better to finish second in an Xfinity or a Bandits race than it is in the truck race, or
Nah, I mean, second's good.
For 2 days.
Second's good. Hopefully, wins come my way. I don't know. Corey's very tough to beat. But, no. I prefer the Xfinity cars, too, today. The Xfinity cars, I felt like were, to me, handled better. But the tires handled better in the trucks than it did Xfinity.
A little mix of both. Tell us about that last lap or those last few battles there at the end with passing Dan and almost getting to Corey. What could you have done differently to get to Corey?
Maybe take a different line. That last run, I was trying to save my tires, and it stunk because on the previous caution I got damage, and it was hindering my speed. So I was like in 5th, 6th spot, hoping to get like a top 5. But then it just came down to a tire battle at the end, and I was just happened to find my way back into it. So just glad I was in the right time, or right place, right time. All that lovely stuff.
You boys got any questions for him? I'll take that as a no.
Right.
Do you think strategizing the Xfinity race is easier or harder than the truck race?
I think it was a little bit harder just for the fact that the tires wore off more in the Xfinity race, and you didn't have that in the truck race, so you were just pretty much going on a fuel run. So the Xfinity race threw a curveball in there, and you had to work your tires and fuel and see if you could outdo whoever else was trying to out-strategize.
Yeah, very strategic third stage, but you were able to come out with a second place finish, 2 second places on the day. Congratulations to the double podiums tonight, and good luck to you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. We always try this, and we usually get a no or nothing. But Corey, you got us? Look like tonight will be no different. Again, Corey, he's just class of the field. What can you say? Week in, week out, you're always looking for that number 19, well, at least in this Bandit series. If you can beat him, you're doing something right. Well, gentlemen, it was a wild race tonight, or wild night of racing tonight. Obviously, the truck race was insane, but the battles we had in this Bandits race was wild. What are y'all's takeaways? Well, both of them are AFK. But my takeaway from tonight, just wild racing. Tomorrow's Cup race is definitely going to be harder. It's similar to last week at Kentucky. I think we're going to see a lot more cautions tomorrow night, mainly because these drivers are going to be on different setups. The cars are going to handle different, and they might not be used to it right off the bat. Those who practice will probably be at the advantage right at the beginning. But we will see tomorrow. I think strategy will be very important tomorrow, provided there's not that many cautions. But I don't think we're going to see the level of racing we had today drop over 24 hours. So in that case, if you want to see some insane great racing tomorrow night here for the Wholemade Veedverks Outlaw Cup Series, make sure you tune in here on Facebook Live or YouTube. And we'll see you all tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Again, thanks for joining us tonight. Make sure y'all stay safe. Stay inside. Do everything that you need to do to stay safe, and we will see y'all tomorrow.